Italy argued that the Marines were immune from prosecution under the principle of functional immunity. This principle states that diplomats and other government officials are immune from prosecution in foreign countries. The legal proceedings were long and complex, with both sides presenting their arguments in court. The Indian Supreme Court ultimately ruled that it had jurisdiction over the case, but Italy appealed to the Supreme Court of Italy, which ruled in favor of the Marines. The controversy escalated, and the international community became involved. The European Union and other international organizations weighed in on the issue, calling for a peaceful resolution. The case eventually made its way to the International Tribunal for the Law of the Sea, which ruled in favor of Italy. However, the Indian authorities refused to accept the ruling, and the case continued to simmer. It wasn't until 2016 that a resolution was finally reached, when Italy agreed to compensate the families of the deceased fishermen, and the Indian authorities dropped the charges against the Marines. The case presented several challenges and conflicts, including diplomatic tensions, legal arguments, and public reactions. The Indian public was outraged by the incident, and there were widespread protests against the Italian government. The Italian government, on the other hand, argued that its Marines were innocent and that they had been detained unfairly. The legal arguments presented by both sides were complex and nuanced, with each side citing different international treaties and conventions. The public reaction to the case was intense, with many calling for justice for the families of the deceased fishermen. The case highlighted the complexities of international law and the challenges of applying it in practice. The ruling or resolution of the case had significant implications for international law and diplomatic relations. It highlighted the importance of cooperation and dialogue between nations in resolving disputes peacefully. The case also underscored the need for clear international laws and guidelines on issues such as diplomatic immunity and jurisdiction. It emphasized the importance of respecting the sovereignty of nations, while also upholding international law. In the end, the case was resolved through a combination of diplomatic efforts and legal proceedings. It was a testament to the power of international cooperation and the importance of respecting the rule of law. The story of Republic of Italy and Ors Union of India and Ors, a fascinating one, full of twists and turns. It's a story that highlights the complexities of international relations and the importance of cooperation and dialogue between nations. It's a case that has had a lasting impact on international law and diplomatic relations, and it continues to be an important reference point for anyone interested in these topics. If you're interested in learning more about international law and diplomatic relations, I encourage you to check out some of the other videos on this channel. We have a range of videos on topics such as international treaties, diplomatic immunity, and international courts. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe